Um, but like in like Jack and Daxter, it was Jack and Daxter. The first one was a collectathon, like just your platformer, basically PlayStation Banjo-Kazooie in a way, mixed with some Crash Bandicoot themes, and and well, it's like whenever you play, but whenever you play Jack 2, it's almost completely different. There's some similar things about it, other than the characters and stuff, but whenever, but it's mostly, it's sort of in a way like a run and gun slash beat 'em up. In a way, with platforming, there's still platforming in it. It's just, it's only like half platforming, half shooting and beat 'em and like combat and stuff. Whereas the first one was more of a collectathon platformer. That's all of them. Boy, I just love having allergies. Being in a house full of dust. Anyway, this is gonna. Whenever I see the sounds on the, whenever I'm editing this, this will look wonderful. It'll be like, shoot, I got some stuff on the screen here. Saliva, not anything grosser than that. Let's go to the Dwaka place first. Let's see. Yeah, I noticed in the first level there's like a light place, a dark place, and a kind of middle like sunset place or sunrise, whatever it is. Ah, crap. It's not a problem, just, well, at least it won't be useless. Anyway, it's because I killed a frog, and frogs are some of my favorite animals. But you know what? It's just a video game. Frogs die in real life too. I can't stop that. Anyway, let's see first. Anyway, Sparks, he's gold whenever it's full health. He turns blue after losing a hit point. Then after losing another hit point, he turns green. And then after that, he disappears, and if I get hit with one more time, Spyro dies. Let's hear this dragon.
Oh, it's you. I wasn't sure if you'd escape those annoying little creatures. Of course, they wouldn't bother me, but here's a hint. Metal armor is fireproof, but a charge attack will take care of it.
Of course, they don't tell you if it's a giant metal thing. You can't really do it on normal means, by normal stuff. This game is clever, and I would explain it a little more, but honestly, I'd say go to EXO Paradigm Gamers plays or EPG plays, and watch these. He explains it a little better. But yeah, Spyro encourages you to, as he says in it, Spyro encourages you to think outside the box. It's a good thing these enemies don't really hurt. Okay then. What was that? See, you can't flame these, but you also can't charge big metal. And make up your dang mind. So they say that so it's supposed to be like Nasty Nora could turn the enemies or turn the gems into enemies, but into his minions. But it kind of feels more like they. What do you want me to jump in your mouth or what? I don't know what he was doing there. Anyway, it kind of seems like what am I trying to say here? It doesn't really seem like they were turned into enemies, and once you kill them, they turn back into gems. It feels more like the enemies are just holding on to the gems. Let's see, and get all that, and we shall listen to this dragon that mentions something, some kind of secret. Just don't tell anyone, okay?
Spyro, want to know a secret? Use the triangle button when you want to zoom in and look around. Oh, your secret's safe with me.
Guys, just do not tell anyone about this secret. See what you can do. It's semi-useful. It's not really that useful. At least in the first game. It's more useful in 2 and 3. In some ways, like if you have an item for it. But I mean, I suppose it kind of works in this game too. Just, you know, you just gotta be sure there's gonna be nothing that hurts you or at the moment. See. Yeah, I'm not really sure why a PS1 game would lag a lot on a PS3. I think that's just what you consider bad porting, I guess. I'll get to all these guys here in a minute. I guess they're guys. They sound like guys, so I don't know. Oh yeah, you can skip those. You can skip the those things. By the way, so if you've watched my Crash Bandicoot playthrough, like whenever I played well, Crash Bandicoot, the original one, I mentioned that I wasn't in the best mood to wasn't in the best mood, but I was trying anyway to get through my bad mood, or well, semi-bad mood. Oh, just a little update. Everything is fine, or for the most part. It's not 100% fine, but it's good enough. And I guess I should just go ahead and say it. I don't know if I'll ever make a video talking about it on its own, but basically, my dog was in an accident, and he was hit by a vehicle, but he survived, thank goodness. And well, you know, hold on just a minute.
Big enemies like this Gnorc with a club cannot be charged, but a quick flame, that should defeat them.
But basically, my dog was in an accident with the, you know, like I said, he got hit by a vehicle. But he survived it. The only thing is he had to go to an animal, like a animal place for a little bit. I was just being sure I had everything. Animal hospital for 2 nights, about roughly, and roughly, and he was what am I trying to say here? I recorded Crash Bandicoot whenever he was still there, but he was in, you know, he was hit by that, and he is unfortunately, as of right now, I don't know if this is ever going to change, but they say that he is pretty much blind in one of his eyes. But luckily, the lucky thing is, that's about the only thing that's, like, he's still healing. Some of his other parts are still healing, but they are able to heal, and like that means that the only permanent damage, if it is permanent, is his eye. Is one of his eyes. So he may have to adjust, but at least it didn't take his life, basically. Sorry if that brought down your day at all. I know some people wouldn't really consider that much of a... I know there's some people out there that wouldn't consider that like a real emergency or just like a real sad story or whatever. But, you know, animal lovers will, you know... And I like my pets. I'm no environmentalist or anything, but I don't ever intentionally try to hurt animals. And I try to avoid hurting animals as best I can, but I'm not like, I feel so bad every single time I do something, or something happens to an animal. Because I've accidentally hit, like, some small animals before, and you know, I don't like doing it, but that kind of thing just happens. It obviously affects you more if it's like a pet or something. Oh wait.
Welcome to Town Square, Spyro. Begin exploring by gliding to that area with the bull. Use the L2 and R2 buttons to get a good look.
Alright then, I'll use the L2 and R2.